Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna make homemade hamburgers and hot dogs. I am gonna cheat a little with the hamburger patties, but not the chili beans. So as you can see, I have a little bit of ground beef cooking, and I will be adding the beans and chile colorado in a little while when the ground beef is already cooked. So just to tell you a little bit about myself, I learned cooking from my grandmother, my paternal grandmother. She raised me, well, part of my life, and my mom and my aunts. I took a little bit from here and there, from all of them, and I made them my own recipes. So I hope you enjoy them. I have gotten some compliments, and people have tried some of my recipes, and I'm very grateful. So I will continue to try to do my best that I can to teach you what I know. That way you can have and do with it the way you want to make it your own recipe. Meantime, while the ground beef is cooking, I'm gonna start prepping the hot dogs so that you can see how I do them. I like to wrap them in bacon. So depending on how you, it doesn't matter what brand you like or what you use, it's what you like. So I always go with whatever's more cheap. So I cut open the bag here, as well as the So here we go with our first weenie. Make sure to wash your hands. I like to cut the weenies a little bit so that they could cook from the inside as well. And then I take a piece of bacon and I wrap it. And then I just put them on the side so that I have everything prepped, and then I start cooking all at once. That way I don't have to be pausing and coming back. Okay, as you can see, the meat is almost done. So now I'm going to add in the beans and the chile colorado that I already had in the fridge cooked. I'm going to add about half of the bag. Or let me see how many beans that is. That's enough. If you see that I have everything in baggies, is because I like to pre-cook my beans in a big pot, and then I put them in the quart-sized bags and freeze them. That way I don't have to be cooking beans every day because it gets hot. So yeah, that's enough beans. So, as you can see right there, I'm going to let it cook a little bit with the beans, and then I'll add the chile. So now I'm going to add the chile colorado. Usually I save all my chiles in the mason jars when I make them, because I always make too much. And then you can just add a little bit of water to wash it down, but I better not, because then it'll be too juicy, too runny, and I don't want that. I like my stuff to be thick. Well, maybe just a little to get all the chile out. You see, I just put a little bit of water to wash it out, and my container is clean. Well, of course I gotta wash it, but then I'm gonna cover it up. Well, before I cover it up, I'm gonna put some seasoning. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of caldo de pollo. Usually these are my 3 seasonings that I use. Not too much, because the chile is already seasoned, so I don't want to make it too salty. And then I use garlic salt. and ground pepper. I don't know if I put it too close. So I mix it, and I turn down the heat to very low heat, and I'm gonna let it simmer until it boils. Lettuce for your burgers, you don't have to shred it or cut it that small. It depends on the size that you like it, and I usually like my lettuce full when we eat it with burgers or sandwiches, but it's to each. Everybody has their own choice, so let me just get it out. So what I do is I just get a piece of the lettuce, which that's all I need because I already have some in here, and then I cut it in half or in four, and then I just take it apart so that I can wash it real good, as well as the tomato. You're gonna slice it in circles. Also, when you're cooking, you might want to pull back your hair. Use a hairnet if you can, or something to tie back your hair. My hair falls a lot, so I usually have it up, and I've been using hairnets, and I put a bandana around my head as well. I want to make sure that no hairs fall in the food. So let me just take a look at the chili beans real quick, and then we'll start washing the vegetables. Oh, they're ready. Chili beans are ready, so you can turn them off and put them to the side. Okay guys, and so we can start cooking the hot dogs, but first I'm gonna cook the leftover bacon. And I like to use a non-stick cooking spray, just to spray a little so that it doesn't stick on you. Don't overdo it because then it'll be too greasy. So I'm just gonna start off first with the extra bacon slices, so they'll be ready for the burgers as well. And you just lay them down flat for them to cook, and then we'll come back when they're almost ready. Okay guys, I already have my lettuce already washed here and drained, and I have my tomato I'm going to cut, but first I'm going to cut my onion, and I'll tell you why. Not a lot of people like onion. I know we didn't growing up, but every time my mom made hamburgers for us, she would soak the onion in lime juice, and it was really, really good, and that's how we eat it now when we have our burgers too. Well, sometimes when I remember to soak them. So I slice the onion in half moons and put them in a little container, and then I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze some lime juice on there. You can add salt if you want for taste. It's up to you guys. I don't do much salt, and I don't do much sugar. Everything to me tastes salty and sweet, so it's to your guys' liking. Here, medium size, so let's see how much juice they come out, and we can squeeze them in here. Well, I guess 2 limes will be fine. They've got plenty of juice. Okay, and then you see all the juice here? So you just leave them soaking there to the side, and then we're gonna go ahead and slice the tomato. I always take out the middle part. And I just slice it in circles for your burgers. Guys, what I do is I get a container that has a lid so that I can cover them and they stay warm. I put paper towels so it could drain the excess grease on there. Yes, I eat a lot of junk food, but I try to make it as healthy as can be. So I'm gonna just sort them out here. And then I'm gonna finish putting the other pieces that were left over that didn't fit, and then we'll start baking the hot dogs while cooking them, because we're not putting them in the oven, so scratch the baking. And then I'm gonna see how many hot dogs fit in. I'm just gonna go with 3 for now. And then you just gotta leave them there and let them cook and turn them over little by little. Okay guys, and then I'm gonna start cooking the patties on another pan. As I told you, I cheat. I get the 100% pure beef patties from Walmart. And I try to fit 4 at one time. And I'm going to go ahead and start peeling the potatoes for the French fries. I have my potatoes already peeled and washed. And now I'm just going to cut them so that I can make French fries. And what I do is I cut it in half. And then half of the half on both sides. And then I'm going to cut it long ways so that it can be big fries. I don't like them too thick so that they can cook well and crispy. And then I just put them back in my colander. And then right now I'll make room for them so that I can start frying. You want to make sure that your oil is very hot before you put them in there. You got to put them gently, because if not, all the oil is going to splash and you'll get burned. So okay guys, I have some hot dogs and hamburger patties ready and the bacon here. Now I'm going to put in the fries and the excess bacon meat. So since it wasn't that much, the bacon grease, sorry. Since it wasn't that much that came out, I'm going to go ahead and put in a little bit at a time. And you want to be gentle because it's very hot. You don't want to get burned like I always do, and then you'll have a lot of scars. So you just submerge them in the oil and let them cook. Try not to mix them so much because then they get soggy. You want them nice and crisp. There. Okay, and then there was no hamburger buns at the store, so we're gonna use sandwich bread. We're using sandwich bread for the hamburgers. You could put mayonnaise, mustard, however you guys like it, and then you top it off with cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and onions. And the baked hot dog, you also put whatever dressing you want, mayonnaise, mustard. You add the weenie and then the chili beans. You could top it with grated cheese if you like. And there you go. Oh, and you add the French fries. And there you go. There's your meal.